you think of social media, you think of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. However, those aren't the only forms of social media. Some even consider text messaging and emailing forms as well. These are all forms of social media and the way individuals communicate with one another today. According to Keller, in 2013, we'd rather email than meet. We'd rather text than talk on the phone. In today's world, individuals don't have to have face-to-face interactions with each other to talk or solve problems. They can do this behind a screen. Is today's generation becoming more socially awkward because of social media? One study conducted by Kaiser Family Foundation found people ages 8 to 18 spend more time on media than on any other activity, an average of 7.5 hours a day. Social media is extremely popular in the world today and is deteriorating effective face-to-face communication skills and interaction. Although everyone may not agree with my stance that social media has changed the way people communicate in person, our generation is being brought up around social media and it is becoming a problem. I hope by listening today you will be able to see how the increased usage of social media is impacting the way people communicate with each other. We will be talking about how social media has impacted the interactions of others by the quality, language skills, amount of relationships. We will begin by talking about the decreasing quality of interactions face-to-face. Since the mainstream of communication isn't speaking to one another in person, our quality of face-to-face interaction has diminished in several different ways. We don't tend to deepen our relationships with each other. How deep can you get with one another behind a screen? Booth from the journal Social Media and Interpersonal Communication says we don't feel as personally connected to the people at the other end of our communication as we do when we're face-to-face. While we're communicating more, we may not necessarily be building relationships as strong. We have also let go of personal relationships, which leads to less trust. Instead of being able to open up with someone and face each other, people turn to the internet to take away some of the nervousness and anxiety they may have in trying to establish a relationship. We're hiding our feelings and emotions behind a screen. A person will post details that they probably would have called dozens of people, never would have called dozens of people over the phone or to their home to share. These little tidbits have opened up a whole new world of conversational opportunities when we see our friends in person. People are concerned with how many good quality and intelligent conversations they can have with someone. They are more worried about how many likes they can get on Facebook or how many friends they have on Instagram. Brings me to my next point, the English language. On social media, you don't have to express yourself in words. You can hit a like or angry button or send a picture of a smiley face to express yourself. Social media is taken away from people having to write and speak English. People who use these via SMS or social media are not necessarily spelling things incorrectly. They're effectively speaking a new language entirely, says Kameneku. Instead of people using complete sentences or words, they use abbreviations or slang. Abbreviations could be like IDK, BRB, or oh my gosh. IDK stands for I don't know, BRB, be right back, and oh my gosh, and OMG, oh my gosh. However, when you're speaking to someone in person, would you speak using abbreviations? When you're in class, an interview, or a business meeting, you wouldn't say I don't know. You would say I don't know rather than IDK. The more people use abbreviations and slang, the more they will misuse words in the future just because that's how they're used to speaking. Another way social media takes away from using English is having different emojis. Smiley, which are smiley faces and pictures, for use of communication. This is a way to express yourself without saying it. It may be cool to speak to your friends in slang, but if you're speaking to your teacher or boss, this only shows a lack of professionalism. According to Kimani Payne, in 2015, emails, SMS, and social media communication tools have made a irreversible impact on the way we write and communicate. Lastly, social media has decreased the amount of relationships and face-to-face communication. You don't have to strive to meet someone in person when you can log onto your phone, tablet, or computer from wherever is convenient for you. Not getting the same diversity of viewpoints as we've gotten in the past from relationships. A lack of interest in talking to one another while in person. People don't know how to communicate with people in person anymore. It's becoming awkward. People are more prone to discuss whatever over the internet, social media, because they don't have to show their face. People don't have nearly as many face-to-face interactions than they do with people over social media. It has been proven that 93% of communication is nonverbal, and without these cues that people use to decipher the message that are received in person, people will not be able to properly understand what the other person is truly trying to say to them. Not only will this lead to issues with work relationships, but it will also lead to people having issues within their own families. Some experts have argued that more than often, families tend to text than have a conversation in person, says Rampage 2015. When you think about the conversation you had on social media, is it the same you would have with someone face-to-face? Would you speak to everyone that you speak to on social media? As you can see, social media has drastically changed the quality, language, and amount of face-to-face interactions. Don't get caught up in social media that you